that was real chaos. Hello beautiful people, Solar J here. Today I'm going to show you some creative ways to control a grandmother with a Koass Pad via MIDI CC. Let's go! Before we bring Chaos into our grandmother, let's see how to enable sending MIDI CC from the Koass Pad in global control mode. Just press Shift and 4 to enter MIDI filter settings. Navigate to CC and switch to Enable. By default is disabled, and then we're good to go. Once the CC is enabled, we can just press Shift and 5 to enter the MIDI message menu. Here you can see what parts of the Koass Pad can send MIDI CCs. And today we're going to use the pad X, the pad Y, the FX depth, and the slider. Once we click on one with the program knob, we have to select what CC number to send to the grandmother. And now it's the time to look into the grandmother manual to see what CC number controls what. Let's do a quick test and assign the slider to the mod wheel. On the manual we see that the mod wheel corresponds to CC1, so we set it in the MIDI message mode. And now if I do this, it should be exactly as if I do this. Let's see. Yes, it works like a charm. Unfortunately, since this is an analog piece of gear, the MIDI implementation is not so rich. For instance, we cannot control the cutoff or the envelope. But we still have plenty of room to have fun. Check this out. So this is the CC mapping that I ended up choosing after a few hours of playing around with this setup, and is the same that I used at the beginning of the video. So basically the X-axis is the oscillator 2 frequency, the Y-axis is the oscillator 1 octave, the slider is the mod wheel, the FX depth is the LFO rate, and with the hold button I can turn on and off the sync. And this is already pretty cool, because with this you can turn on and off the sync, change the timbre of the sound, do sweeps, and bring in the LFO modulation. This is pretty nice, right? I wonder why there are not many touch MIDI controllers out there. I could only find a handful of them for sale in 2023. I leave the links in the description for those that I found, but if you know more models, let us know in the comments. And now check this, we can bring this setup to the next level. This other option is also sick. In addition to controlling the synth via MIDI CC as we did earlier, we can also process the sound at the same time. I just connected the output of the grandmother to the input of the Koass Pad and the output of the Koass Pad to my audio interface. And all the mapping we did earlier stayed the same, but in addition to that we also can use all the effects from the Koass Pad. Check this out. You can even record motions on the Koass Pad with the pad motion button, and then, you know, you can have this kind of rhythmic kind of pattern, which are really cool in my opinion. So final remarks time. I had a lot of fun preparing this tutorial. I really wish MIDI touchpad control was more of a thing in the music community, because it really opens up possibilities that are not accessible from the front panel. It allows you to do simultaneous jump of 2 parameters at the same time in discrete reproducible steps. We would need 3 very precise hands to do that without a touchpad controller. In addition, one of my favorite producer and composer, John Hopkins, uses 3 of them for its live sets. So one more reason to love and use touchpad. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel and maybe like and comment. It really makes me happy when people tell me they find this material useful. Thanks for watching and see you next time!